Hey, good morning, church, and welcome to 2021. The year 2020 is behind us, and we're moving into 2021. Now, I don't know what's going to happen in 2021 as much as I didn't know what was going to happen in 2020, and I would suppose that neither do you. So let's just have this time of commitment to the Lord, continuing our Bible study, our prayer life as we go into this new year. Hey, we are in James chapter 5. I, like everyone else on these videos, love the book of James. It truly is one that is just so full of depth and truth. And Brother Bob Billingsley said it in his video that I encourage you to read it 2 or 3 times. It's a book that you need to really spend some time in because it's so practical. And so let's dive into chapter number 5. When you first get into chapter number 5, starting with verses 1 to about verse number 6, it's going to be talking about riches. And understand that as it talks about these riches, it's talking about the riches and not the people that are rich. There is definitely a difference between the two. But you do pay attention to what it says here because it's pretty important. In fact, I'll share with you kind of something I thought of as I was reading it. Verse number 1 there says, "Come now, you rich, weep and howl over the miseries that are coming to you. Your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth-eating. Your gold, your silver are corroded and the corrosions will be a witness against you." It's really coming out and saying, hey, there's this wealth that you have built. It's actually going to testify against you. And as I was reading that, this thought came to my head. Folks, that's a picture of the United States of America today. I'm afraid that we have wealth and riches, and I believe that it is corroded, it is corrupted. Later on in verse number 4 there, it talks about the fraud that has gone on with the building of the wealth and the corruption. And for some reason, as I read these first few verses, I just thought, man, that's the way we live in the United States of America today. And then you get to verse number 7, and look what it says. All right, if this is where you're at, so if that's the environment we are, what should I as a believer do? It says, therefore, because of that, because of the corruption, because of the riches, because of the corrosion of the wealth, it says, therefore, be patient until the coming of the Lord. Be patient for the coming of the Lord. And then jump down to verse number 8. You also be patient. Establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord is at hand. The coming of the Lord is at hand. Now think about this. If the Lord were to come today, the coming of the Lord is at hand. Folks, I think that we need to be living our lives in a way that would certainly be pleasing unto the Lord. And now on January 1st of 2021, let's make this commitment that we are going to live like we haven't in the past, with a vigor and excitement and zeal for the Lord. It says, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord is at hand. And so I would encourage you. In fact, if you read on down there in verse number 9, it says, do not grumble one against another, brethren, lest you be condemned. Behold, the judge is standing at the door. And so let's be prepared for the coming of the Lord. Now, I would also encourage you to jump down into verses 13 through verse 18. If you notice in that passage, those few verses there, the word prayer or prayer is mentioned 7 different times. And I would just say, with that same commitment we just talked about, make a commitment to be a prayer warrior this year, and commit to just a diligent prayer life through this time. I pray that you enjoy this study through the book of James. We'll pick up Monday, but I look forward to seeing everyone on Sunday morning as we gather for worship and Bible teaching. May God bless, and you have a great day.